Hello and welcome to week 78. We're continuing our discussion on Cham Kiu and the concepts involved in the form. Following on from what we've already looked at with the concept of moving and chasing a moving target, I bring your attention to this part of Cham Kiu form, what we refer to as the Yibong Lansao section. Now I won't talk so much about the Lansao or the Yibong at this point, that might come up next time. But what I'm interested in, as a reinforcement of what we've already talked about, is on the final time you come back to the Lansao position, we were taught by Wong Shen Leung, place the fist at the elbow and then launch the punch. And he said many, many times, when you're first getting to understand the form, place it first, line up the target and then fire the punch. Where is the punch going? Not in front of my chest, but once again, across the body. But previously we did it with a palm action, now we're doing it with a punch. So it reinforces the idea, but it also reminds us that any weapon can be applied there. Doesn't matter what the weapon is. But there's another idea there, and that is something that a lot of people don't understand or overlook. When we first do it, we stop, we line it up, we hit. But Sifu always told us, when you're really confident of the technique, you can do it as one. But he said, even after all the years, and this is going back a while now, of course, because he's been passed for some time, but even right up until the time that he was still with us, I remember seeing he always would place the fist and then hit. And I continue to do that too. But I always tell my students this, when you apply this idea, you don't need to place, you just follow the elbow. How does that fit into combat? All right, if I invite Yung Tra to come out and be my partner. Let's look at a situation where you've been forced to use the Lansao action. I've overcommitted a punch and Yung Tra has got my angle. I'm not facing him. He's trying to come through this line. If I take this hand away, he's going to hit me. If I try to push him away, he can release it or push me off balance. So he can either push me off balance or he can release his hand and I'll go flying over here. What I should do is draw back. Now, the first part of this idea is that I'm drawing the elbow back and letting him provide all the force. My hand ends up pointing at him. It doesn't face out to the side because that would let him in. It doesn't collapse backwards because that would let him in. It stays, let's say it's in a bad or compromised position, so I stay in a compromised position because that's the safest place that I have. It wouldn't make sense to use Wuzao because by dropping the elbow, I'd let him in. So I've got a position where the elbow is already in the wrong place. It's high, leave it relatively high and take him away. That's how it looks in the form. But when I want to use it, it's probably going to be much more like this. So as he presses in, I can find him without even looking where the target is. Why? Because we take it back to the form, place the fist, withdraw the arm, bang, you can't miss. He will literally put himself in front of the target. So once again, the form is teaching me how to find my opponent when he or she is moving. I don't have to look to see where they are. I can find them just by using my elbow as the guide. So I hope that helps you understand the concept that's being explained in the form every time you shoot across the line. And if you're not doing your technique across the line, then you're missing out on a very important part of the concepts within the form. See you next time.